Okay, hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about how to manage your time effectively. That's right, how to manage your time effectively. How many of you want to make the most out of your time in your life? Quickly type in time in the chat window now. Those of you who are meeting me for the very first time, my name is Mitesh Khatri. I and my wife Indu Khatri, we are law of attraction coaches and authors of this book, The Law of Attraction. Now let's talk about time management and how you can make the most out of your time. So, coming to the next point here about time management, whenever we talk about time, it's about understanding that there are two ways of managing time. One is an ordinary way of managing time. What does that mean? When ordinary people manage time, they do less things in more time. Everyone type in the chat window less things, LT, less things in more time, LT, MT. Come on, quickly type it in the chat window, everyone. Less things in more time. That is how ordinary people manage their time. Extraordinary people manage their time by doing more things in less time. So everyone take your hands like this, say more things in less time. So MTLT, exactly opposite. Type it in the chat window, MTLT, which means achieving more things in less time. Question is, who do you want to be? Do you want to achieve LTMT, less things in more time, or do you want to achieve MTLT, more things in less time? Who do you want to be? Type and tell me quickly in the chat window. I'm 100% sure all of you want to achieve more things in less time. Well, in that case, the first thing you must understand, whenever you are managing time, you must first divide your entire life not between tasks. Ordinary people work on tasks. Everyone, write this in your notes. Ordinary people work on tasks. Extraordinary people don't work on tasks. Can anybody here quickly give me an example? What do extraordinary people work on? Ordinary people just simply work on, okay, I have to do this work, I have to do that work, I get up in the morning and I have to leave my children to the school, or I have to finish my studies, or I have to finish this, I have to finish that. Ordinary people are constantly thinking about tasks. What are extraordinary people thinking about? Quickly tell me in the chat window. Perfect. So Brijesh is telling me a good answer, outcome. Similar to that, but a little beyond that. What are extraordinary people thinking about? They're not thinking about tasks, something else. What are they thinking about? Come on, quickly, everyone. Extraordinary people are thinking about achieving not tasks, something else. Let's see if anybody can give me the right answer in the chat window. I'm still waiting, 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 waiting. Let's see if people get it. No? Okay, so here is the answer from my side. Extraordinary people are not managing tasks, not even goals. Because, see, goals are short term, goals are short, long term, but goals are not what is the real thing in life. Extraordinary people are always managing priorities. Everyone type in the word priorities in the chat window. Whenever we say we are managing time, you're actually managing priorities. How? Let me give you an example. Let's say you only have 2 minutes in your hands, 2 minutes, and you have to do two tasks, right? Or you have to achieve two goals. Now, the question is not about how to manage time. The first question here is about which priority is more important, the first one or the second one. Depending on that answer, extraordinary people achieve their goals. We have so many goals in life. We have health goals, we have relationship goals, we have career goals, we have money goals. But the question is, which goals are more important right now in your life? The word priority means also important. Let's take a simple example, okay? You're in the office and you're getting late to go home, okay? And suddenly you've got some last minute work. And then you decide you have to go home also, but you have to finish this last minute work also. In your mind, if you confuse yourself between both these priorities, you will be thinking about how ordinary people think, which is, oh, I have to finish this extra work also, I have to reach home also, and I have to do that puja also at home, which I have promised on Mahashivratri. Today is Mahashivratri, right? So, all of you, happy Mahashivratri for today. Now, if you think in terms of tasks, you'll get confused because because there are always unlimited tasks in life. Everyone type in UT. Unlimited tasks in life. Tasks can never be finished. If you're only thinking in terms of tasks, your mind will always be occupied because you finish one task, there will be another task. You finish one task, there will be another task. How many people here are making this mistake of trying to manage your time by focusing on tasks? Type in G for guilty in the chat window if you're making this mistake right now. So what do we want to do? We want to first start managing our priorities. So the question you should ask is not about should I do this task or should I do that task? The question you should ask is what is more important right now? What is my priority right now? Is my priority making more money and doing more work, or is my priority keeping my family happy right now? See, it's not about the task of going home and doing that Mahashivratri puja. It's not about that. It's about understanding what is my priority right now. Okay? Overall in life, there are four priorities that you should always think about: health, relationships, career, and money. Everyone type in the chat window HRCMP, which means HRCM priorities. So when you're in the office at that point of time, the good question you should ask yourself is what's my priority right now? Is my priority career right now, or is my priority family right now? Now, depending on situation to situation, this answer will change. But when you choose your priorities correctly, you can manage your time correctly. I repeat, write this down if you want to. If you choose your priorities correctly, you can manage your time correctly. So CPMT, everyone quickly type in the chat window. CP means choose your priorities correctly. Then you can manage your time correctly. CPMT. I do this all the time. Whenever in my life I'm confused between four tasks or five tasks or six tasks or 10 tasks or even two tasks during the day, I'm not thinking in terms of tasks. That is why a lot of people ask me saying, Mitesh, you're writing a book, you're doing so many courses. How are you managing your time? Listen, we all have 12 hours in a day, maximum 14 hours in a day. Rest, we have to sleep. So I'm never asking, what am I going to do with my time? The first question I'm asking is, what is more important to me right now? What is my priority right now? So I get up in the morning and my first question is, okay, what's my priority right now? And I'll tell you what my priority is. Usually when I get up in the morning, my priority is my birds and my family. That's right. So I spend time with my birds, I spend time with my family. Does that mean that I can't do something else at that time? Don't you think I have other tasks that I can also do that time to achieve my goals? Of course, I can make more courses at that time. I can make more videos at that time. I can do a live YouTube video at that time. But then, if I keep running behind one priority in my life, I'll skip the other priorities. Correct? If I keep running behind only money priority all the time, then I'm not actually prioritizing. I'm living out of compulsion. Everyone write down the word compulsion in your life. Compulsion means constantly thinking about only one area of life. I'm not doing that. Extraordinary people get up in the morning and they ask themselves, right now, what is my priority? Right now. After I finish playing with my birds, after I finish playing with my family, having a good time with them, then I'm saying, okay, what's my next thing? So my health is very important to me right now before my career, before my work. So I do a little bit of exercise, take care of my body, take care of my health. Most people, if you observe, from the time they wake up in the morning till the time they sleep at night, they are constantly compulsively running behind either career or money priorities. Type in G for guilty in the chat window if you agree with me. Most of us are running behind imbalanced priorities, which means only one or two priorities we are focused on all the time. We are not all the time asking this question, what's important right now, and switching our actions as per our priorities. Rather than that, we are constantly going through compulsion. If you go through compulsion, here is what's going to happen. Let's say I wake up in the morning and I'm going through this compulsion of only thinking work, 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 right? And the moment I think from that compulsion, I'm not going to play with my birds. I'm going to think about work, or even if I'm playing with my birds, I'm thinking about work all the time. And in my mind, I'm doing this task and this task parallelly. So I'm going to get more and more stressed. Then instead of working on my exercise, I'm going to say, no, I need to do office work. I have to make more money. So then what happens? In the back of my mind, that priority is there, right? I have to exercise. It's still running in the back of my mind and it's creating stress. So priorities which you don't manage creates stress. Write that down. Priorities that you don't manage, they create stress for you. Because see, after all, those priorities are there. Your health is there. Your relationships are there. Now, during the day, if I keep doing work, 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 and I don't call up my wife from the office, I don't take the time to connect with my father, with my mother, with my friends, it's going to be there in the back of my mind. And you're going to constantly feel guilty about, I don't have enough time for my life, for my family. I don't have enough time for myself, because you're constantly only focused on tasks for work. That's not priority management. That's compulsion management. Or it's not even management, actually, just compulsively going behind tasks of work and money. So how many of you agree, if you could simply ask this question, what's important right now, you'll realize during the day, There are different things important in different time, and it's just four priorities, right? It's health, relationships, career, and money. If you manage the right priorities at the right time, you'll be able to have the right time in your hand all the time. Choose your priorities correctly, you'll be able to manage your time correctly, right? CPMT one more time in the chat window. If you choose your priorities correctly, you'll be able to manage your time correctly. Is that making sense to all of you? Is this simple and yet extremely powerful way of managing time? Yes or no? Type in yes or no in the chat window. Type in P for powerful. If you agree, this is a very powerful way, very simple way of managing time. Constantly ask yourself this question. This task is not important. What is my priority? Why am I doing this task? Is this task helping me to achieve my priority for health? Or is this task helping me to prioritize my relationship? Or is this task helping me to prioritize my career? Or is this task helping me to prioritize my money making life? You have to keep switching based on your priorities. That's called time management. Perfect. Now, when you're doing these priorities or when you're managing these priorities, you also have to manage tasks within these priorities. So you need a technique for that. You need a tool for that. Correct? So let's write down this tool. I call this tool as the PT management tool. Everyone write down PTM, which means PT management tool. Now, what is the PT management tool? P means priority, T means task. So within each priority, you have certain tasks and you have to manage these tasks correctly. So here is how you do it. The first step of managing your tasks based on particular priorities, remember, never do tasks only for tasks. Do tasks based on priorities in life. If you've chosen your priorities correctly, you'll be able to manage your time correctly. I repeat that again and again and again. So let's say I've chosen right now that, okay, right now I want to prioritize my health. Now, what you do is you wake up in the morning, and the first thing you should do, morning and night, twice in a day, morning and night, twice in a day, you make a list of all the tasks categorized by these priorities. So, health tasks, relationship tasks, career tasks, money tasks. Can all of you quickly tell me some of the tasks that you've been not prioritizing properly based on these HRCM? Tell me in the chat window. Have you not been taking care of your tasks of exercise? Exercise is a task based on the priority of health. Have you not been calling your parents regularly? It's a task based on your relationship priority. Have you not been upgrading your skills and learning enough? That learning is a task based on your career priorities. Have you not been learning how to sell and improve your selling skills? That is a task based on money making priority. Have you not been investing money or learning about investments to make more money? Well, that is a task to improve your money priorities. So, what you do is morning and night, you take HRCM categories, which are your priorities, and in each area, you write down all your tasks for the day. All your tasks for the day. What are your tasks for health? What are your tasks for relationships? What are your tasks for relationships? What are your tasks for money? As you write down all these tasks, you'll realize why you want to do them. You want to do them because you want to prioritize and improve your HRCM. Now, capture. Step one, capture. Which means what? You capture and you put everything down as per the priorities. Priorities. Everyone quickly type in capture. Capture means what? You remember the tasks and you put it down on paper. If you keep thinking of your tasks in your head, you will get stressed. I promise you, you will get stressed. Never keep things in your mind. Capture it on paper. Everyone type it on the chat window COP. Capture it on paper in four categories, four priorities HRCM. So, morning we do that. Again, at night we do this. Step two, you take each task and you divide the tasks between P1, P2, P3. P1, P2, P3. Now, what is that? Priority 1, priority 2, priority 3, which means each priority has a definition, by the way. Let us say I have captured 10 tasks for my health, not necessarily 10, maybe 3 or 4 tasks for my health that I want to exercise, I want to have good food diet, 3 or 4 tasks, maybe I want to do pranayam, maybe I want to do meditation. So about 4 tasks are there in the health category. In the relationship category, let's say I have written tasks like I have to take care of my children, I have to take my children to the school, I have to talk to my wife. So I've written some tasks for my relationships. I've written some tasks for my career. I have to go to the office. In the office, I have to finish my emails. After that, I have to do my courses. So you've written, maybe you'll have more tasks in the area of career and maybe some tasks in the area of money. For an example, you have to do your investments, you have to sign up your insurance policy, any money related tasks, you have to make some asset investments and all of that. put it in the money category. It can be regarding spending money, it can be regarding making money. So it can be about paying electricity bills, it can be about making investments, but it's all money related priorities here, right? Now I've written all of this down, so I've captured it. Think about this first, everyone. If you get up in the morning and you capture all your tasks for the day on one paper, divide it properly between these four priorities of HRCM, tell me one word, how will you feel? Quickly give me one word, how will you feel? Let's say I got up in the morning and I've written down, okay, for health today, these are the tasks that I need to complete or wish to complete. For relationships, these are the tasks. For career, these are the tasks. For money, these are the tasks. The moment you see this paper in front of you now, and you've got everything captured in one place instead of having it in the head, how will you feel? I'll tell you how I will feel. My word is clear, clarity. But I see another word coming in the chat window there also, relaxed, relieved, right? This is the power of having clarity in the morning and clarity in the night. I want you to sleep with clarity. I want you to wake up with clarity. I want you to sleep relaxed. I want you to wake up relaxed. But the only way you will be able to do that, the only way you'll be able to do that is when you divide your entire tasks between these four priorities in life. So then you know why I am doing this task. There is a priority in your subconscious. There is a purpose in your subconscious instead of having stress, right? Perfect. So now you've captured it. Second step is to divide all these tasks in each category into three priorities: one, two, and three. Priority one, priority two, priority three. What is priority one? Any task which you can schedule a time slot for. Everyone type in the chat window, schedule in the calendar. Schedule in the calendar, SIC. So what I do is whenever I see a P1, it means that I'm ready to put it in the calendar. Now remember, putting something in the calendar or scheduling something in the calendar means you're 100% sure you have to do this task. This task is not a should, it's a must. So what I do, the moment I see, oh, this is a P1, I scratch it from that notepad and I put it in my calendar. I literally use a calendar on my phone all the time, which is syncing with my laptop. So every time there's a task happening, I get a reminder for it. Let me show you as an example. Let me see if I can share my screen with you and show you my today's tasks. So here we go. If you see, this is my calendar for today. Okay. And let me bring this down today. So if you see right now, in the morning, I had a call with my mentor, Sahil, some Facebook related conversations. Full day was off today. Then 4th March, some advanced reminders are there. My YouTube live is there. My orientation call is happening in the evening. Daily manifestation happens at 9 p.m. So if you really see here, my entire life is divided between this calendar for the tasks. So at any point of time, I am not I'm not remembering what my tasks and when I have to do these tasks. Based on my priorities of HRCM, I've taken some tasks and I've put it in the calendar. Question: can you put your 100% list in the calendar immediately? Yes or no? Quickly think about it. I've written 5 tasks in H today, 10 tasks in relationships, 20 tasks in career, 20 tasks in money, whatever, right? A random number right now I'm taking. Can I put all the tasks into a calendar right now? Yes or no? No. That is why some tasks are only P1. You choose your P1 carefully and you put it in the calendar. P1 means I am clear, I'm 100% sure, I want to give it time, I am booking my time for it, I am creating an appointment for myself. This I will definitely do. The first advantage of putting it in the calendar, your mind knows this time has been blocked. Correct? Next advantage is because your mobile gives you a reminder, you don't need to remember it anymore. So my mobile gave me a reminder half an hour before today. This YouTube live call started. And 10 minutes before and 3 minutes before. My mobile has that setting. You also have that setting in your mobile. You can use it in your calendar options. Okay. So P1, put it in your calendar. One more time, I'm asking you this question. If you have all your tasks based on P1 put in the calendar, and now you know, okay, every time there's a task, half an hour before I'll get a reminder, 10 minutes before I'll get a reminder, 3 minutes before I'll get a reminder. I don't have to think about it now. How will you feel about your P1 HRCM tasks? Tell me in the chat window again. One more time, I'm giving you my answer. Absolute clarity, but this time, along with clarity, I will have what I call as confidence. Confidence in myself that yes, I will do this task. See, because I've already taken a decision of giving it a time slot in my calendar. Because I've scheduled it, my confidence is there that yes, I will do this task. It's like a commitment that I've given to it. Correct? So P1 always goes in calendar. P1 is never in the mind. P1 is never on the paper. P1 goes in the calendar. Before I tell you what is P2, listen to this. You will never be able to complete everything in your calendar as you have planned. I guarantee you that. You will never, ever, ever be able to complete everything in the calendar as you have planned because life goes up, life goes down, things change in life. Life is all about change. So when something goes wrong or some plan changes, and it doesn't always have to be a negative change, sometimes it can be a positive change, right? Let's say your best friend comes home, gives you a surprise. Hey, I got a gift for you. That's a positive change. But because you had something planned during that time, which your friend did not know, your plan is going to get goofed up. So what do you do at that time? Reschedule the time. Everyone type in the chat window, reschedule. Reschedule means what? Don't just forget about that task. You go to the calendar, you reschedule that task. So if you look at my calendar right now, I have tasks scheduled for the literally next 3 months. I know exactly how my life is going to be for the next 3 months, about 70 to 80%. Why 70 to 80%? Because 30 to 40% things will change. But from my point of view, I am scheduled. If you ask me today, Mitesh, what are you doing on Monday? Let's go for a movie. My answer is, let me look at my calendar. This is how extraordinary people live their life and manage their time. What ordinary people do is somebody asks them, hey, what are you doing on Monday? Let's go for a movie. And if you're in a good mood out of excitement, you say, yeah, yeah, let's go for a movie. And then what happens on Monday? Some other priority was already there. You forgot about this. Your friend calls you and says, hey, where are you? We're going for a movie today. And you're like, oh, I forgot about it. How many people make that mistake? Type in G for guilty in the chat window right now. This happens when we're not managing priorities, we are simply managing tasks. Making sense? So put everything in P1 based on your choice of P1 that are you ready to give it a time slot? Okay. Now what is P2? P2 is 7 days priorities. Everyone type in the chat window 7 days to schedule, which means you're ready to give it a commitment. Anything between 7 days, you're ready to plan it. Ready to schedule within 7 days doesn't mean that you will actually schedule within those 7 days, but somewhere within the next 7 days, you're willing to give it a commitment that, okay, next month, this particular date, I will do this task. But that decision you'll take within 7 days. You're willing to decide within 7 days, then it is a P2. So this is called your to do list, your P2 to do list. P1 is not a to do list. That task needs to go out of your notepad and it needs to go into your calendar. Is everyone clear about this? P1 does not remain in the to do list. You cancel it from there, it goes straight to your calendar. This can even be repetitive tasks. Okay? P2 is a to do list which you are willing to decide within 7 days when you will shift it to P1. Okay? So now think about it. You have a lot of tasks which you're not 100% sure when you will do it, but you know you need to give it a time slot. Yes or no? This is your P2. And you're giving yourself maximum 7 days time to schedule it and shift it to P1. So P2 is a temporary list of P1. P2 is a temporary list of P1 where you're going to within 7 days decide which of these tasks goes to P1 where. Got that? So that's P2. Now P3 is my favorite list. It's called least or last priority. Least or last priority. Now what is P3? P3 are list of those things you are not willing to take a decision even in the next 7 days when you will do this task. You are not sure when you will ever do this, but you keep remembering it. Like, I want to play a guitar, I want to read this book. Now, if you don't have this P3 list, you'll keep having these thoughts in your mind popping up like popcorn. Okay, oh, I want to read this magazine. Oh, I wanted to attend Mitesh sir's YouTube live video. So these tasks will keep coming in your mind again and again and again because it's not in the list. So it's very critical to have a P3 list, not B3, P3. P3 means priority 3. Priority 3 means last priority or least priority. You're not even willing to decide when I will do these tasks, but I have it in my mind one day I want to schedule this, one day I want to execute this. That remains in your P3. The good thing is the P3 list can go on and on and on. It can be a list of 100 tasks, 20 tasks, doesn't really matter. But they will continue to be remaining between the category of HRCM. So against each task, you'll say, okay, this is health P3, this is relationship P3, this is career P3, this is money P3. So your mind knows every time you look at this task that, okay, this is a P3 for me, and I have chosen this to be member P3. So let's summarize this whole thing. How do you manage your time? You wake up in the morning, first question you always ask yourself is, what are my priorities? Four priorities in life: health, relationship, career, and money. Take a notepad, capture, capture, capture your tasks and divide them into these four priorities. Okay? After you've captured it, choose which one of these tasks goes to P1, which goes to the calendar. Decide which remains in P2, which means you're clear. Somewhere in the next 7 days, I will make a decision on where to give it time. Correct? P3. What is P3? I don't know when I'm going to do this, but one day I'm going to do this. I want to keep it in my P3. So that's a separate list. Your P3 keeps growing. Your P3 keeps growing. Now, this is the same exercise you do every morning, and you do it at night just as a summary for the next day so that you sleep with clarity. Why? When you sleep at night, during the day, a lot of your schedule would have changed. Whatever you've planned for P1 will not go perfect. So at night, you want to make sure that you've done all the rescheduling correctly. Then you start your life next day morning. So I've given you this entire time management tool. How do you feel it's feeling right now? Tell me in the chat window. If you lived your life like this, with HRCM priorities, constantly asking yourself what's important right now, instead of choosing tasks, if you're choosing priorities all the time, how will you feel? And then even within those priorities, when you take those tasks and you divide them between priority one directly in the calendar, priority two, temporary to-do list of 7 days, which shifts slowly to P1. Priority three, you don't know when you're going to do that task, but one day you'll do that task. So mentally free, you're just putting that list over there. How will you live your life? How will you feel your life if you did your time management this way? If you did this for one full month, how will you feel your life will be? Give me the word in the chat window quickly. I'll tell you how I will feel. One word that comes to my mind is organized. I would feel my life is absolutely organized because of the way the system is working for me. This is how I manage my time mentally. This is how I manage my time on paper. This is how I manage my time on calendar. Is that making sense, everyone? Perfect. So this was today's video. I hope this time management tool helps you. Was this powerful? One more time, everyone type in P for powerful in the chat window if this was helpful, if this was productive, and it will help you to manage your time better. I would love to know how you use this tool after today. Do you promise to share your results with me 1 week from now? Maybe come to this video, go to the description or the chat window below 1 week from now and respond back to me. How did you use this tool? What are the results you're getting? Okay. With this, we complete today's video. But before we leave, of course, always remember, like, share this video so that more and more people can learn time management. Subscribe and hit the bell icon so that the next time I'm coming with a video like this, you get a notification from YouTube. Thank you very much, everyone. I had a great time talking to all of you today. I look forward to the next video with you where we will learn one more time. And of course, if you've already subscribed, I'll see you tonight at around 9:20, 9:30 as usual for live EFT and Hope Nope No, along with miracle stories of those people who are attending DMP with me. What is DMP? Daily Magic Practice. So if some of you would like to be part of our DMP, which is over here, what you should do is connect with us on the free LOA course. We've created an entire free LOA course for you, which is about 2 hours, actually 3 hours, where in the first 2 hours, you learn exactly what law of attraction is. At the end of 2 hours, I invite you to join our advanced law of attraction course. And in case you want to be part of our DMP, which is daily magic practice, in the last hour, we give you a very special offer of how you can be part of our daily magic practice after experiencing Hope Nope No, which is one of the most powerful magical experiences of this free law of attraction course. So when you click on this link, you will see a page like this. You'll see a page like this. All you need to do over there is join the session in progress after you do the registration. Right now, it's showing join progress session for me because I need to click on it right now. So let's say I go here at the bottom, you see register now. So you click on register, put in your name, email, and phone number. Immediately after that, you'll be able to join the session, which is happening at that point of time. Perfect. Thank you very much, everyone. I will see you soon in the free law of attraction course and in the next video of, you will come to know only when you subscribe and hit the bell icon, you'll get a notification of what is the topic for the next video. Okay. Take care. Bye bye. I had a great time with you. I hope you had a great time with me too. Bye bye.